Hey everyone, it's Tyler here with sharplookingmen.com, and today I wanted to talk to you about how a dress shirt should fit you. Okay, it's really important you get this right. That way when you walk into the room, you're the sharpest looking man in the room. All right, so let's start at the top and then work our way down. All right, so first off with the collar, so when you button it, okay, you want to comfortably be able to take your index finger and slide it in. Okay, if you can fit multiple fingers in there, if there's space, it's sagging down, then your neck size is too large. Okay, so when it's buttoned, you want to make sure you can comfortably slide your index finger in there, and that gives you enough room with it still looking appropriate around your neck and keep you looking sharp. All right, the next thing to look at is you look at the seam here on the shoulder where the sleeve starts. You want this seam to be right in line with your shoulder. Okay, you see here on both sides, that seam is right where my shoulder line is. All right, that is the second point to look at. Okay, the third thing, right here, when you look at the buttons and the way they lay when they're buttoned, they're not pulling, they're not stretching this way, it's not excess fabric folding over. They lay comfortably right down the middle, and there's no pulling. It lays flat. That's the next thing to look for in an appropriate fitting shirt. All right, then lastly, actually there's two more things, sorry. The next thing you want to look at is the width of the shirt. If you look here, it goes straight down. All right, there's not bulging here or extra fabric rolling. All right, it looks very nicely in the front, and as well on the back, there's no extra fabric. It lays really nicely. It complements my silhouette. All right, that's the fourth thing. Now the fifth thing is the sleeve length. Okay, so what I want to show you is I just unbuttoned my cuff, and when I hang it down, you see how it goes down to my thumb? This shirt is just, this sleeve on this shirt is just a little too long, okay? Because it doesn't go there. All right, what you want is you want it to go right here where your thumb is starting. Okay, and one of the best tips to ensure that happens is, you see how you have two buttons here on your shirt cuff? Take the second button, the one that makes it fit your wrist the snuggest or the closest. Now you see here, it's right where it needs to be. All right, that way it'll show just a little bit of cuff when you're wearing your suit jacket. But the reason why I like, and this is one of my tips and recommendations, is to button that second button, because as I move it around, it doesn't slide up, it doesn't slide down, it stays in place. All right, so let's recap real quick. First thing, when you button your collar, you need to be able to comfortably slide an index finger in there. Okay, that's number one. Number two, shoulder seam right here of the shirt sleeve, it needs to be right in line with your shoulder. Okay, that's the second. Third one is the buttons of the shirt. They need to comfortably button and lay like this. Not pulling, because then it'll be too tight, and not extra rolls that'll be too loose or too big. All right, next thing is kind of the width. All right, you want it to lay flat. You do not want it bulging and bulping and rolling down here with all the extra fabric. Last thing is button that second button on the cuff. That way it'll ensure that your sleeve stays in place and at the correct length. So, like always, hope you found this helpful. Make sure you click that subscribe button and that bell icon. That way you're the first to know when I upload new content. See you in the next video.